Have you ever had the surreal experience of meeting somebody in real life who has like perfect Instagram face? It's kind of disjointing because what looks great on a screen ends up feeling almost like a Barbie or a Ken doll when you see them in person. It just feels a little bit too plastic and not actually human.
Bring back real faces in 2026. In the 2000s, celebrities were hot because they were different. Strong nose, thin lips, thick brows, a face that you could recognize from across the mall. Their natural beauty made them extra special. You knew exactly who you were looking at. Now everybody's just morphing into the same person, the same face. Same lips, same jaw, same nose, same I just smelled something confusing look on their face.
The new face of Hollywood isn't about looking done. It's about looking like you were born from a lab with impossibly flawless genetics. Isn't it so wild? But the quest for natural perfection is creating its own kind of uncanny valley. Celebrities are aspiring to a new, vacant, and expensive ideal that's making authentic beauty an endangered species.
We've known for a while that the proliferation of plastic surgery is becoming more embedded in our culture, but I don't think we've really internalized how much it's happening until you start to look at groups of women that are taking up major space in pop culture. All of them are having work done to themselves.
These changes are so subtle and so skillfully done that they create a new, almost inhuman standard of beauty.
We've kind of figured out the things that look attractive, like that chiseled jawline, that little nose, snatch neck, big lips, to the point that everyone's almost starting to look the same. There's a certain look and it's not natural.
The goal is to look like a person who's never had a bad day, a wrinkle, or a visible pore in their life. It's the sterile perfection of a showroom mannequin, not a living, breathing human. In this video, we're going to look at how the shift actually happened. From a time where uniqueness was the standard to an era shaped by social media, subtle cosmetic tweakments, and algorithm-driven beauty. And why this new version of natural perfection is having a much deeper psychological impact than we realize. Now, the obsession with crafting the perfect image in Hollywood isn't new. But what perfect actually means has changed a lot because celebrities didn't always look this similar. In the 1940s and 50s, stars like Audrey Hepburn and Grace Kelly were both seen as the ideal. But side by side, they couldn't be more different. Audrey had sharp brows and a boyish yet elegant look. Grace Kelly was soft, classic, almost porcelain. Same level of fame, completely different faces. There wasn't one perfect look. Individuality was the standard. By the 70s, beauty became even more relaxed. Women like Farrah Fawcett or Jean Birkin, it wasn't about perfection, it was about effortlessness. In the 90s, supermodels like Cindy Crawford, Naomi Campbell, and Linda Evangelista looked nothing alike. And that was the whole point. Their differences were what made them valuable. Even in the early 2000s, there was still range. You had Jennifer Aniston, Angelina Jolie, Keira Knightley, just to name a few. Completely different features, completely different appeal. Each one has their unique features and their unique quirks. By 2010, though, things started to shift. Social media made celebrities more visible than ever, but individuality was still holding strong. Stars like Katy Perry, Jessica Alba, Hilary Duff, Amanda Bynes, and Lindsay Lohan still had recognizable, distinct features. Their quirks, things that stood out, freckles, their expressions that made them unique. But behind the scenes, something new was starting. Celebrities like Kim Kardashian and Megan Fox appear to be experimenting with subtle tweaks. Lip fillers, facial contouring with fillers, minor refinements such as rhinoplasties. But here's the key, okay? You could still recognize them. They were still recognizable. They weren't trying to be the same face. They weren't trying to match an airbrushed AI doll face that now appears to be the standardized face of beauty. Unbelievable. So how did we go from individuality to uniform perfection? How did this new, natural ideal that we see today become so dominant? Well, Instagram face has a lot to do with it.
But people are making themselves more beautiful than ever. Gia Tolentino labels this Instagram face. She talks about the gradual emergence among professionally beautiful women of a single cyborgian face, with this range of features that are distinctly white yet ethnically ambiguous at the same time. And while Tolentino really pinpoints Instagram as the source of this face, the place where facial features started becoming trends that people could actually adopt in radical ways, she writes, "I couldn't shake the feeling that technology was rewriting our bodies to correspond to its own interests, rearranging our faces according to whatever increases engagement and likes."
The rise of the flawlessly natural celebrity face that we are seeing today is tied directly to social media. It started with filters. Filters that performed digital plastic surgery, like slimming noses and plumping lips. And we all know that filters continue to be a thing that are used on the daily by many young women, even those in their early teens.
An estimated 80% of 13-year-old girls in America have already used filters or some kind of editing to alter their appearance online. They come with a suite of characteristics teaching us how to look, things like arched eyebrows or higher cheekbones or plump lips. What then happens is we see the gap between the way we look in the mirror and the way we look in these filters, and the digital world begins to dictate real-world beauty standards.
This has famously led to selfie dysmorphia or Snapchat dysmorphia, where young people, especially teenage women, sought plastic surgery to look like their edited selfies. And it's just so mad to think, like, why would any young woman go to these extremes? And it's because they use the same filter every single day, every single hour, and as a result, their brain just adjusts to this filter to the point where they actually want to look like the effects of the filter in real life.
Didn't notice it, and my nose never bothered me until I started using Instagram filters. Watch this filter. Watch my nose. So this filter on, filter off. Do you see how it like widened my nose? I was like, oh my gosh, I want my nose to look like what the filter is. So I scheduled an appointment, did a consultation. So it wasn't super invasive. This is the night I had the procedure done. I do think it's sad that it was something like an IG filter that caused me to be self-conscious about something on my face. But yeah, here it is. This is my before and after.
And indeed, it continues to be a trend where many young women have been influenced to get cosmetic procedures due to growing up with filters on social media.
I think, my generation and slightly older, we've all grown up on filters, and that can sort of influence how you want to look, especially if you see yourself in real life. You're not going to look like a Snapchat filter, and I wasn't going for that aesthetic. But sometimes it does make you think, maybe I could get something slightly lifted, nothing too drastic. And I went for quite a conservative surgeon as well when I was getting it done.
It's no longer just about filters creating dysmorphia. It's about social media rewarding a very specific, polished aesthetic. What performs best is a very specific face. Smooth skin, symmetry, no visible flaws.
Who else logs onto Instagram to see faces like this? Only the reality of it is that faces are meant to have pores. They are meant to have flaws. They aren't meant to be airbrushed. They aren't meant to have edited facial features. They are not meant to look like a Barbie doll. We are not Barbies, we are human.
An issue has been created where many young women feel like they're not attractive or pretty enough because they're looking or seeing these images of other women's faces that look so perfect on Instagram, many of whom are using software editing or filters or indeed have gotten plastic surgery.
You know, I realize social media has made people feel like they're not attractive. Everybody wants the symmetrical face. Everybody wants the high cheekbones. Everybody wants the straight noses, and nobody wants eye bags, and everybody's trying to look perfect, and people feel unattractive. But what people fail to realize is that if most of these people didn't get none of this extra work done, plastic surgery, some of these people probably wouldn't look as good as they do. It's just now, no one wants to be natural anymore. Nobody wants to be natural. Everybody's getting facelift, nose job, lip job.
The algorithms on social media platforms are built to keep you engaged by showing you what's popular. When a certain aesthetic starts trending, the algorithm pushes it to thousands. Celebrities and influencers who embody this new polished look get more likes, followers, and engagement in general. The algorithm sees this, prioritizes that content, and reinforces it as the dominant ideal of beauty.
And there's so much pressure on having a perfect face, whether that's getting work done or using filters or makeup. I just think that it's this really sexist double standard that exists. I don't think it's gotten better. I think it's gotten worse.
Any reason?
I think social media has made it like so much worse. I think that like now I'm seeing young girls who are 19, 18 getting Botox for like preventative reasons. That would never have been a thing before. And that's solely come from pressures on TikTok and Instagram.
Social media, I think, for many influencers and celebrities, it can also create immense pressure. Pressure to look a certain way, keeping up with certain beauty standards.
I do feel a lot of like pressure on social media.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, babe.
I don't really know why I'm crying. I don't want it to be like, oh, sob story and stuff for us at all. But like, I feel like I do struggle, like as well, like with like my weight and things. Like, I think as a woman, I feel a lot of pressure to like look perfect, and when people comment on my looks and stuff.
No, it's challenging. It's challenging.
Yeah, like social media changes people's views and stuff.
Before this whole AI doll face trend, some celebrities have openly talked about the effects of social media.
I didn't have social media for 2 years. I was driving myself crazy. First off, there was a million things that I didn't want to see.
Yeah.
And I would see them over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Then I'm comparing, then I'm looking at these people and I'm like, how do they... it's all the things that people say, right? It's nothing new. It's that you usually sometimes feel like shit.
You have an Instagram?
I do have an Instagram.
Mm-hmm. Did it blow up after Wednesday came out?
It did, in a way that I wasn't not anticipating any of that at all.
Just like it's many followers and comments and crazy.
Yeah.
Do you like, what's your relationship like with that stuff? Because I know, like for me, it can get toxic.
Yeah,
like
it's ugly.
Yeah, it does. I feel like it's the comparison culture of like so many images coming at you, and you're like just comparing yourself to all these people.
I think like we can all fall victim to like caring about likes and comments and all that stuff, but that's something that I have to really fight against because it's really easy for me to get sucked into what people say. I'm such a people pleaser and I care a lot about what people say about me and think about me. So for me, comments and how many likes did I get or how many likes did I not get, it's like, it's dangerous.
For celebrities, their face is their brand. In a world where every photo is analysed on a global scale, they are competing in a digital arena where natural has been redefined to mean flawless. To stay relevant and look good, i.e. camera ready in an age of high definition visibility, many feel compelled to invest in ongoing cosmetic maintenance and subtle enhancements.
Cheek filler needs to be banned from celebrities. I'm so sick of this. I don't know what's going on, but like this is what a normal cheekbone looks like from the side. And then she went and did this. Who is convincing these celebrities that they need to do this? It's literally making them look worse. I don't get it. Selena Gomez is another example. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that she's had work done. This is before. Look at her cheekbones. And this is now. Like, that is so clearly filler, but why? I don't understand.
Some kind of trend going on in Hollywood, okay? Where these women are looking amazing. It's not just like the weight loss thing. They're starting to look amazing, and then out of nowhere they do something to their eyes. People have noticed it on Jennifer Lawrence, okay? Because Jennifer has like those tiny little like really like cute small eyes, and now people are like, she's done something, it looks different. Emma Stone has always had huge eyes, but she's just recently been on a cover, and people were like, that's not the same face.
I saw Katy Perry yesterday on live too, but I kind of got uncanny valley feelings from that. I was like, is that really Katy Perry?
It's an arms race of cosmetic treatments driven by the relentless gaze of social media. This creates a cycle where they're all trying to match an unrealistic beauty standard, and as a result, more people end up looking the same. The spread of this single AI face isn't just an aesthetic trend. It has deep and damaging psychological effects on so many young women.
It makes me feel really insecure because I look at all these beautiful girls, Instagram, TikTok, and I just feel like I don't look like them. I don't feel like I hold the beauty standard. I don't have the cute little nose. I don't have the same eyebrows. I don't have the same cheekbones or hair type. And this is why I hardly do any stuff online. I don't post anymore. I just feel so anxious about my face because I just don't feel like it is beautiful or enough.
Every day I wake up and I think, I will never be this woman. I will never reach this standard of beauty. I will never walk to look like this. I also think, I will never be this woman. Like every single day. I just want to, every single day, guys.
Hi guys, I just woke up and this absolutely beautiful girl posted, "No one talks about the struggle to accept your natural beauty after discovering social media and makeup for the first time. So, first order of business, let's talk about it." As someone who lives off of social media, this has obviously been an issue for me whether I'd like to admit it or not, because I do consider myself to be an extremely confident person. If you also feel like social media really hasn't affected you, look at your saved posts on Instagram. Yeah, we save makeup and hair posts from other people because it's something that we'd like to recreate and we actually genuinely enjoy it. But is it us enjoying it, or is it us wanting to look like the person who took the photo?
We are living through a self-esteem crisis, fueled by the comparison traps of social media.
Go through all this effort to post glamorous photos and look our best, and yet social media is causing our self-esteem to go down. Here's an example of a study that looked at the relationship between self-esteem and social media use. And it found that increased social media use causes people's self-esteem to go down. Social media platforms are the ideal arena for people who like to engage in things that enhance and feed the ego. The more we feed the ego, the more we want to compare ourselves to others. And that's a well that can never be filled, so we keep messing with our self-esteem.
At its core, the new AI face trend is an attack on individuality. Unique facial features, a nose with character, eyes that crinkle when they smile, and a soft jawline are being systematically refined into a uniform template.
So last night I'm watching one of my favorite Christmas movies from the 80s, Scrooged, where Karen Allen plays the ingenue. Here's Karen Allen right here. This is her real face. This is a very real, like, smile lines around the eyes, a gummy smile, and I'm not saying that as a bad thing. I think she has a beautiful smile. I'm just saying that this is what a real person looks like. And she was the ingenue, the main love interest, in not only this, but the Indiana Jones franchise. Ingenue, rest in peace, but also an ingenue. This group of women has some of the most prolific acting credits of all time, and all of them look like real people.
This new AI face, standard of beauty, is sending out a certain kind of message. Your natural face, with its supposed imperfections, isn't actually good enough. To be beautiful, you must polish away your uniqueness to fit into this flawless mold. This pressure to conform is powerful. When everyone on our screens looks unhumanly flawless, it implies that true beauty lies in a very specific, manufactured sameness.
That's Emily. She's 28 and she's just had a facelift. A year or so on, she explains to me why she had the surgery.
I just wanted to be the best version of myself. I kind of wanted to have what we call online as a glow up.
Body image experts are worried about the pressures on young people.
We are growing up in a society that values appearance, in my opinion, far too highly than we should be. So young people are seeing their appearance as like a core aspect of who they are rather than just a piece of it.
I think about the moment that if I date another man, I'm gonna have to say, oh yeah, by the way, my nose is fake, my lips are fake, my jawline is fake, my chin is fake, I have Botox in my face. Okay, we all know that I have work done. Let me show you guys me before I got anything done so you guys can see what I used to look like.
For young women, being constantly bombarded with images of impossibly perfect faces, achieved through expensive treatments but presented as effortless, creates a crushing cycle of comparison.
So when I get comments like this, I get a little sad because the truth is, I don't even look like me. Number one, I made this video. I was ugly until I spent $30,000 on a new face. I posted this 5 months ago. I don't even look like me. My eyebrows don't even look like this. They're rock hard right now with eyebrow gel. I have falsies, smile, nose job, cheek filler, a whole bunch of shit. So don't wish you were me, honestly. I'm not even me.
The fast pace of these facial trends creates a relentless need to keep up. It's like FOMO. 1 year it's buccal fat removal. The next is reversing the effects of the buccal fat removal with fillers. It's never ending. This endless cycle of chasing trends is not only expensive, it is also physically demanding, but it's also psychologically exhausting. It turns the human face into a fast fashion accessory to be altered and updated as new ideals emerge. It's crucial to critically think about what we see online and question the filtered, polished version of natural that is being sold to us.
The reason I don't Photoshop anything, and the reason I don't let Hollywood Photoshop me, even my Marvel poster is completely unedited, is not because I'm so great and I'm on my soapbox. It's because my mental health gets damaged. When I look in a mirror, I feel disappointed because I'm trying to live up to an AI-perfected image.
Real self-confidence comes from embracing your quirks, not chasing an artificial ideal. Your face, with its unique features, is not a problem to be fixed. No, it is not. And in a world that's becoming more and more polished into sameness, your unique features are the most beautiful thing you can own. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like and subscribe.